You know, behind every full-grown plant with fresh, fruitful veggies lies a past. A past with pests, wilting, dying, or even on the verge of rot. And the outcome all comes down to the gardener. From what we can see here, the plant is suffering primarily from insect pest damage. You can see it in the numerous irregular shot holes, the ragged edges, and the chewed sections scattered across the leaves. Common culprits for this kind of damage on eggplants are flea beetles, caterpillars, or hornworms. To kickstart the solution, the first ingredient we're going to be using is a whole onion, or more specifically, just the outer skin. Onion skin contains quercetin, a powerful natural compound known for its antioxidant and antimicrobial properties. It also holds on to some of those sulfur compounds, the same ones that make you tear up when you're cutting into a fresh onion. And it just so happens those sulfur compounds are a natural insect repellent. So while we're dealing with pest damage on one side and possible fungal or bacterial issues settling into the wounds on the other, onion skin actually tackles both problems at once.
So peeling the skin is what we're going to be doing. Unless, of course, you'd rather just shove the entire onion straight into the soil, which I promise you is not the move here.
Now, cutting these skins up into smaller pieces isn't just a random step. It actually makes a real difference. The smaller the pieces, the more surface area is exposed. And that means when we combine them with water in a moment, those compounds we just talked about, the quercetin and the sulfur compounds, are going to release and break down into the water so much faster and more thoroughly.
Once they're all chopped up, pack them into a jar. Then, fill the jar the rest of the way with hot water. The heat is going to help pull those compounds out of the skins even faster than cold water would. And the last ingredient we're going to add in is a teaspoon of cinnamon powder. Now, cinnamon contains a compound called cinnamaldehyde, which is what gives it those strong antifungal and antibacterial properties. It's actually one of the most well-documented natural fungicides out there. On top of that, cinnamon also contains eugenol, which helps repel insects. After 24 hours of steeping and fermenting, we're going to strain everything out. Just pour it through a fine mesh strainer, or a cloth if you've got one handy, and squeeze out as much of that liquid as you can from the onion skins. What you're left with is a concentrated solution packed with everything we just talked about. Quercetin, sulfur compounds, cinnamaldehyde, all of it now sitting in the water, ready to go to work. As a final touch, we need to dilute this with water to bring the concentration level down. Using it at full strength can actually be too harsh and end up stressing the plant even more, especially with those sulfur compounds in the mix. So a good dilution here just makes sure we get all the benefits without any of the risk. We're going to fill the solution into two separate tools, a spray bottle and a watering can, because each one serves its own purpose here. The spray bottle is going to help us target the leaves directly, getting even coverage across the surface where all that pest damage and fungal spotting is happening. While the watering can is going to help us get that same solution down into the soil, straight to the root zone. That way, we're not just treating the surface damage, we're also giving the roots and the soil underneath a dose of those same antifungal and antibacterial properties, helping to knock out anything that might be lurking down there before it ever reaches the leaves.
We're going to start by misting the plant, getting close and coat both the top and underside of every leaf.
That's where the pests are hiding and where the damage is spreading from. Take your time with this part. You want full, even coverage, not just a quick spray and done.
And the consistency here is really important. You want a fine, even mist, not a heavy stream. If the spray is too strong, you'll end up with the solution just running straight off the leaves instead of coating them properly. A fine mist gives it a chance to actually sit on the surface and do its job.
Before we start watering it in, we need to loosen up the soil first. Just gently work through the top layer with your fingers or a small hand tool. This helps break up any compaction and lets the solution actually soak down into the root zone. Before we start watering it in, we need to loosen up the soil first. Just gently work through the top layer with your fingers or a small hand tool. This helps break up any compaction and lets the solution actually soak down into the root zone. A quick reminder here, this needs to become a routine part of your care, not just a one-time fix. Doing this once might knock back the current problem, but pests and fungal issues will keep coming back if you don't stay consistent. Aim to do this once a week, and you'll start to see a real, lasting difference.
And that also concludes today's video. If your plants are dealing with pests or any of that fungal spotting we talked about, give this a try. It's cheap, it's natural, and it actually works. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.